What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, Cam ATL, and welcome back to another Prize Picks video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment anything in the comment section and enter your name into that $50 giveaway that I do every single week on this channel. This is the final video to get into that giveaway, by the way. A winner will be announced tomorrow. Thank you guys for joining me as always. Welcome in to propsmadeeasy.com. Only $15 a month, advanced data driven tools to show you projections so you're not solely relying on Vegas. You're making those smart bets based off of analytics. And if Vegas happens to go with it, then great. All right, our new plus EV slash plus projection model makes it so that not only can you look at where the plus EV is, but make sure it lines up with the projections are. So you're playing the plays that, yes, Vegas is on, but the projection's also on. Because one thing that you could get when you just go off Vegas lines is you could be playing something that's being pushed by people who aren't exactly making the smart choice, who might not be the smartest bettors in the world. They're probably very big losing bettors. And they're putting money on a side just because they see the money line on that side, and it's making it go one way when really it shouldn't be that way. You know what I mean? So that's why it's important to match those two up. It's important to match up where Vegas is and play those plus EV plays, yes, but when the projection also matches it. Okay. Now, if you have no projections and there's not a ton of data to go off of, and you don't have a way to really find a projection or have a good feel on a player, then yes, playing plus EV would be the next best option. Either you're going plus EV slash projection, or you're plus EV, or you're just not betting at all. Okay, that's kind of the level of doing things. Actually, this is the level of everything. Plus EV plus projection is the number one best bet you can play. Next up, plus projection, and then plus EV, and then or don't bet. All right. Anyway, let's get straight into it. As you guys can see, we added UFC yesterday. We had UFC yesterday. It ended up doing fantastic. UFC, there's not a ton of analytics to be able to go off of. Our data company that we're partnered with doesn't have UFC stat projection type stuff, and it's very, very hard to project these guys like that. So what we did is we did create a plus EV UFC tool. Now, any sports, right? Any sports where we don't have a ton of data on players where we can feel extremely comfortable. You know, we're it's very important that we have the best projections possible. If we don't have the analytics and stuff that we need and the amount of data we need for these players to be able to give them a solid projection that we feel good about, then playing plus EV will be the route we go. So if there's any sports like League of Legends that we haven't done because we don't have enough data available for that, we will make a plus EV LOL tool to show you at least you are playing plus EV. If you can't play plus EV slash projection, you can't play plus projection, then plus EV is the best option. So we will get an LOL plus EV tool coming in, Valorant, stuff like that that you don't have amazing projections to be able to find. At least play plus EV, and we'll get tools at Pros Made Easy to do that. All right, so stay tuned. All of that stuff will be coming. Let's start it up. MLB, we swept once again yesterday. All right, I believe that's 3 days in a row, going for 4 days in a row, sweeping MLB. So let's get straight into it. Let's not waste any more time. Now, first and foremost, as we scroll down, first thing we're looking for, right? Because as we know, we don't just immediately lock in fantasy scores. We sprinkle fantasy score into our sets, but we don't go too crazy with them. Obviously, their differentials are going to be the highest because it's a fantasy score. It's easier to get a bigger differential when it comes to a fantasy score than when it comes to actual prop types. We like to focus more on prop types, so immediately I'm scrolling down to the regular prop types. All right. So the highest projected slash best EV play that we could see here. First guy that we're going to talk about is going to be. There's a couple options. Let me take a couple looks here real quick. Let me take a look. All right, first guy I want to talk about is the under on Freddie Peralta. Freddie Peralta, Vegas is on the under at minus 130. That would make it a plus EV when it comes to playing the under on Freddie Peralta. That would make his under plus EV. His projection is also 6.84, a minus 0.66 differential. So that means it is a under plus EV and then the projection also matches. So this play right here would be a plus EV slash plus projection play because they're both on the same page. All right? Both are on the under. And that's what you look for. So under on Freddie Peralta. And then the over that I want to go with, I'm torn here. But I think I'm going to go on the over pitcher strikeouts for Dane Dooning. Dane Dooning's prop line is at 4. Vegas has his line at 4.5. So it would be plus EV to play the over 4 for Dane Dooning. Okay? So we're going to go over 4 for Dane Dooning, seeing his line is 4 on Prizepicks, but 4.5 elsewhere. And then his projection is also 4.73, a 0.73 differential. So not only does Vegas have his line higher, making his prop line of 4 for pitcher strikeouts a plus EV play for the over, but his projection's also over. That makes it a plus EV slash plus projection play. So Dane Dooning feels safe for at least hitting that 4 or more. There's many options on this slate today. You've got Jake Berger that's popping plus EV plus projection. You've got Nolan Jones, Jesus Sanchez, Jose Siri, Perdomo. As you can see, the best way right now, me and the developer and everybody, we're working on getting a plus EV slash plus projection tab right here, like the Csgo tool has, where you could click it and all it will show is the plus EV plus projection plays. It'll take everything else out of play and just show you the best possible options that are plus EV and plus projection. All right? So if we were to do that, let's say that button existed. If I clicked that button, you would see this play right here at the top at Dane Dooning. Then you would see Jake Berger, Nolan Jones, because as you can see, Vegas is on the over, projections on the over. That's how you could tell. Jesus Sanchez over, Siri over. Then you look right here, Perdomo over, Matt Tice, Bo Naylor. These guys are all plus EV plays. Jamison Tyon, plus EV, but yet their projection is also in the green for the over. Same thing if you switch to the under, it's the same exact situation. All right, you've got the under on Freddie Peralta, projections also on the under. You've got the under on Eduardo Rodriguez, projections also on the under. Under on Kyle Bradish, projections also on the under. Those plays would be the smartest, best plays that you could go with, okay? Because they're plus EV slash plus projection. All right? Anyway, so our official plays, though, are under on Freddie Peralta, pitcher strikeouts, and then over on Dane Dooning at 4. All right, first inning runs tool. We've got the over on the Angels and the Astros. Or actually, sorry, this is a yellow, so we're going to go to the second highest. Colorado Rockies and the Dodgers is all red. We're going to go over on the Rockies and the Dodgers for first inning runs. And then the under on the Yankees and Marlins. Let's go CSGO. Now, a lot of the games started early. Okay, a lot of the games started early, so we don't have a ton of plus EV slash plus projection plays, as you'll see in a minute. I wanted to explain one thing. If it is white, does not mean it is a bad play. As normal, if you don't click this play right here, if you click this, this will show you the absolute best plays because they're plus EV and they're plus projection. Okay, so they match up. Vegas matches up with projection. Okay, if you uncheck this though and you see the white plays, that just means that it doesn't match, okay? That just means that sports books are on one side, Prizepicks is on the other, projection is on the other. So it doesn't match up perfectly. So, for example, let's look here for tagged, for Sampy, map 1 and 2 kills. Prizepicks line is at 32.5. Sportsbooks has him at 32. That would mean his under would be the plus EV play if you're going just off sportsbooks. But yet his projection is 36, which says to play the over. So that does not match. The projection's on the over, Vegas is on the under, so it doesn't match. So if you place tagged, it would be just a plus projection play. All right, which is the second best option you can have if you don't have any EV projection plays. All right? So with that being said, check plus EV slash projection. The best options for CSGO today is going to be the top is going to be Darchville. Map 1 and 2 kills. Prizepicks is at 28.5. Sportsbooks are at 30. Okay, so that's a 1.5 sportsbook difference. So Prizepicks on the over is plus EV. 32.09 on the projection. That's a 3.59 differential from the projection in Prizepicks. So not only are sportsbooks over, but the projection's over. And a nice solid differential. So the over on Darchville is the way to go there. All right. Now, when it comes to the next play that we're going to do, let's see. We do have a solid one right here. Let's go with the under on Cabby for espionage. Map 1 and 2 kills. Prizepicks has the line at 41. Sportsbooks have it at 40.5. So it's not a huge differential. It's only a minus 0.5 differential. But the projection's at 38, a minus 2.53 differential. So if you look at the differentials, you got a 3.59 on the over for Dartsville, which is great because the sportsbook matches. And then you've got the under on Cabby for espionage, map 1 and 2 kills at 41. Sportsbooks are at minus 0.5. Projections minus 2.53 differential. So those are both plus EV plus projection. Those would be the best possible plays you could play because both things match. We're not relying solely on Vegas. We're relying on Vegas and our own analytics and data and research. All right. So Cabby under, Dartsville over. Let's get it. WNBA for today. All right, for WNBA today, at the very top of the list, you've got Sammy Whitcomb. Prop line's at 9.5, have her projection at 13.5. That's a 4-point differential. We will be adding in Vegas here to make it plus EV slash plus projection. We will be adding that being available within the next week or so. WNBA will also have plus EV slash plus projection. You'll be able to see what matches up Vegas and what also matches up projection. All right, that will be available for WNBA. But until then, we're going solely off projection. Sammy Whitcomb over 9.5, projection 13.5, a 4-point differential. That's fantastic. So that's really, really good. And then the over on Jackie Young for Las Vegas, points at 17.5, have her at 21. That's a 3.55 differential. So if you don't have plus EV slash plus projection options, understand that Props Made Easy is partnered with the biggest data company in the industry. So the projections are fine to go off of. Like I said, if you can't have a plus EV slash projection, the next best option is plus projection. Then the next best option, if you don't have any plus projection, would be plus EV. Okay? All right, let's go to UFC. Doesn't have anything because that slate's over with. For soccer, the best soccer plays are going to be the under on Alejandro Garnacho and then the under on Marcus Rashford. All right, let's do a recap of the day. All right, for MLB, we have the over on Dane Dooning of pitcher strikeouts of 4. Then we are going the under on Freddie Peralta's pitcher strikeouts at 7.5. First inning runs tool tells us to play the over on the Rockies and Dodgers, and then the under on the Yankees and Marlins. For CSGO, check the plus EV slash plus projection plays to get the best options. The best over would be Dartsville at a 1.5 sportsbook positive differential, a 3.59 projection differential, making him an amazing over for Dartsville. And then same thing here for Cabby, going the under. Not a huge sportsbook differential at a minus 0.5, but projection is significant. Minus 2.53 differential on the under. So under on Cabby and over on Dartsville. WNBA, we have the over on Sammy Whitcomb points, over on Jackie Young's points. And then soccer, last but not least, Alejandro Garnacho, Marcus Rashford are the two plays there. Thank you guys for joining me as always, man. Having a fantastic day. Hoping we can sweep MLB once again for the 4th day in a row. Let's get it. Thank you guys for joining me. And I'm looking forward to these streaks in CSGO too. Now that we have a plus EV slash plus projection tool tab to be able to really sort from the top, absolute top options, CSGO is going to go on some major streaks as well. Look out for that being added to WNBA, also being added to MLB to be able to sort those as well. Everything's coming, man. We're working. It's not, Props Made Easy's only been around for what, 5 months, if that. So it's very, very new still growing, still benefiting, but you can lock in at $15 a month right now. All right. Thank you guys for joining me as always. Y'all have an amazing Sunday. I'm out. Peace.